throughout the city of Springfield and beyond. I've heard from folks in Washington and Boston about this incredible and historic choice made by the mayor of Springfield, made by Springfield, to have this man lead. And as we all know, he does this at a cost and a premium. The job is hard, but he was ready to retire. And the call came, and he's answered the call. God bless him. Woo! So I'm going to go short because we want to focus on so much else. Youth, current, past, others, and the folks that are going to be up here to talk about Larry beyond what I've just said. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you, please, to stand now and to remain standing. First, for the big red drum line from Libertas Academy, which will be followed by the posting of the colors and the national anthem. So, ladies and gentlemen, Libertas. Thank you, Director Wilcox. I don't think we expected that. Woo! Upside down, playing the drums. Blindfolded, playing the drums. Woo! And now we'll have the posting of the colors. The procession of the colors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and now the voice of Springfield, Vanessa Ford, with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave. God bless you, Springfield.
Color guard, forward, march. Whip, careful. Whip, 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 right. Whip, 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 right.
They just talk about tough rooms to play or to act in or to sing in. Talk about a tough room to post the colors in. That was amazing. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we'll ask you to, just give them a round. We'd like to ask you to remain standing for just a moment now for something very special. The blessing on this day on our new superintendent by the Reverend Ramon Arce.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's pray. Almighty and everlasting God, as we gather here today, we invoke your presence and guidance as we will receive Superintendent Lawrence Akers as the leader of our Springfield Police Department. Grant him the wisdom, courage, and integrity as he takes this noble responsibility of serving and protecting our community. Bless Superintendent Lawrence Akers with discernment to make sound decisions, compassion to understand the needs of our citizens, and strength to uphold justice and fairness and equity. May he lead by example. May he always be an inspiration to his team to uphold the values of duty, honor, and service. We ask for your protection over him and all the officers under his command as they embark on their duty to safeguard our streets and uphold the law. May they be guided by your light in times of darkness and uncertainty. Grant us as a community the grace to support and respect their leadership, to work together, fostering a safe and harmonious community and environment. In Jesus' name we ask you, amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Beautifully done. We also now would like to do something very special, which is the blessing of the memorial wreath. Do we do that separately? Beautiful. And I believe that will be Sheriff Kochi that we're asking on that. Is that the sheriff?
Reverend Coach.
Reverend Kochi. Now, you just got upgraded by the mayor. All right. They're in. Okay.
You probably say Bishop, though.
Bishop, we're going to go. Okay.
He's a sheriff.
Mother would be proud of me right now.
Beautiful. Looked like Pope John doing that. That was nice. Beautifully done. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. There are too many people in this room today who deserve recognition. I can't read all of your names or point them all out. In fact, initially, we didn't expect so many dignitaries. But that, again, is for this man, Larry Akers. So without any particular order, I am going to recognize some of the folks that are here in this room because of the fact that they're here says so much about the future of what's to come for the Springfield Police Department and the city of Springfield. We have the Dean of the local Massachusetts House of Representatives, the Dean who has served us extremely well, Angelo Pupolo. State Representative Pupolo. I love this next introduction because I've known him since I was a teenager too. A local state representative, but we should recognize him as the House Chair of Public Safety and Homeland Security, Carlos Gonzalez. Amazing. Thank you, brother. The offices of Senator Gomez, Senator Oliveira, and Representative Orlando Ramos are represented here today with their legislative aides. I see Ayanna Crawford and others here. Thank you. I'm not overlooking Bud Williams. I want to introduce him in a little bit as part of the speaking piece, and a few of the other city councilors that are here. Kateri Walsh, Victor Davia, Maria Perez, Jose Delgado, Zeta Govin, and two others I'll mention when they come up to speak. Victor Davila, okay. I think I did say that one. All right, thank you. We'll give you a second round, Victor. There you go. All right. And it is amazing. The office of the governor is here today, and Senator Edward Markey has sent an aide that we all know. Jesse Letterman. Jesse. City Councilor Tracy Whitfield is here. Also with us today is our aides from Senator Elizabeth Warren's office. Superintendent, in my business, that's pretty good. You got all the big names represented here today from all the different offices. That is grand. And I would be remiss not to mention that the Brigadier General Kalin, the commander of the Massachusetts Army National Guard, is here today as well. Wow. And as I say, I could go around this room with folks, but I'd be remiss not to mention a Springfield community powerhouse, a fellow who we've seen do so much for the city, a close friend of the superintendent. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Buffalo Soldiers of the city of Springfield, Richard Gardner. If my wife would let me ride a motorcycle, I'd be riding with him. That's all I got to say. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know him and his reputation as a man who stands first for public safety, for his city, for his family, which is the city, who's made incredible decisions for our police department and public safety in the city of Springfield. A mayor who is known statewide for his support of police and that wonderful, wonderful brotherhood and sisterhood of blue. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of the city of Springfield, Dominic Sarno.
Good morning, everyone. And doesn't Police Superintendent Larry Akers and his lovely wife, Mary, aren't they like the GQ couple there? How do you like that bow tie? Special dispensation for that today to do that. First of all, to our MC, Tony Signoli, thank you very, very much. And good health to you. To the honored guests on the dais, to Spirit of Springfield, Judy, Matt, and team. Thank you for your efforts to put this together. I want to thank Amanda Spear of Symphony Hall. Thank you for your efforts. And I want to thank my city administration, from my office to now Facilities and Parks Director Tommy Ash, putting this all together too. Really great. Thank you. How about that Libertas drum corps? Were they good or what? They had a young man at the Holyoke St. Patrick's Day Parade when they marched drumming as he hung upside down. Just tremendous. So thank you, Libertas, for being there. We appreciate you doing that. I want to give special thanks to retired Police Superintendent Cheryl Clapwood for all her years of dedicated service. I'd also like to give special thanks to the City Council, led by City Council President, Attorney Mike Fenton. He sends his regrets today, and Vice President Melvin Edwards will be speaking, and Chair of Public Health and Safety, LeVar Click Bruce, my old assistant coach, for really moving this forward on the whole new legislation. To the City Council, thank you very, very much. I'd also like to thank the state delegation for moving this forward, and especially State Representative Bud Williams, who's leading the charge on this. Bud will be speaking. Buddy, thank you very, very much. To Reverend clergy that is here, anytime you're the first, that needs to be acknowledged, because it sends a message to those who are behind you, who are looking to aspire to move upward and onward, that you can and will do it. So it's important to recognize, and my administration has had a number of firsts here in the city of Springfield when it's come to leadership positions, that now Superintendent Larry Akers becomes the first African-American top cop in the city of Springfield's history. Larry, you got that down to the T. Tony Cedars said there's a lot of people from clergy here. We might have to pass the basket. But I also want to state this. Skin color, creed color, background did not come into play. This young man is the best individual for the job, period. I also told Larry and Mary, the GQ couple, that Larry will not always be roses for us every day. I'll tell you that right now. We're getting ovations and they're clapping. Many a times, Larry, we've all faced it. Sometimes they'll wave at us not using all 5 fingers. So with Superintendent Akers, a gentleman who is well respected in the public safety ranks across the board, doesn't matter what creed, color, or background, has the command of our troops, the respect of our troops, but just as important, the respect of our community. I have been in situations with now Superintendent Akers where he had to handle some difficult situations on the street. And his street command is unquestioned. Professionalism, courage, integrity. But he showed me a special thing that a lot of our police officers show. Compassion and empathy. And I've seen him deal with those difficult situations. And I've seen him in my community stakeholder meetings, how he personalizes the issue with the individual he or she speaks to, no matter what creed, color, and background. So here's a man that not only is respected, can be tough, will be fair, will show courage, will show leadership, integrity, and professionalism. But I think police forget about our men and women in blue. And none of us mind any type of constructive criticism. But I always remind everybody that when everybody is running away from that situation or running out of that building, who is running in to save lives and straighten out that situation? It is our dedicated men and women in blue and our fire department putting their lives on the line day in and day out. And for that, I thank each and every one of you, and I thank your families that allow you to serve. Thank you, Commissioner Talbot. So now we move forward. There's been a solid foundation that's been put forth with our Springfield Police Department. Many initiatives have moved forward. Reforms under retired Police Superintendent Sheriff Clapper. But now, newly minted Police Superintendent Larry Akers will take the leadership role, and he will show his vision. He will put his mark on the police department as he continues to move it forward, not only for the men and women in blue, but for each and every one of us in our community and our business community. Today is a very, very proud day, and I'm very happy that when I had asked Deputy Chief Akers at the time to stay on, that he accepted. I think originally he thought he was going to be Deputy Chief. I said, no. I want you to be the boss. But with the help of the City Council and the State Legislature, we now move forward. And I know it's a proud, proud day. Superintendent Akers and Mary and the Akers family today. And it just shows the beautiful mosaic of the city of Springfield. Are we perfect? No. Are we good? Yes. Godspeed to you, Superintendent Larry Akers, and to all our men and women in blue. Thank you for what you do day in and day out. I deeply appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor Sarno. A few more folks that we need to introduce here today. And again, as I said, I could go around the entire room. There are department heads here who are exemplary. I have a new name for her. You have many nicknames for your people, Mayor, but I just got to say, the savior of the pandemic, Helen Harris Culp, got us through. You see Tim Sheehan, Economic Affairs in the back of the room. Danny Warwick, the superintendent of superintendents of the Springfield school system. Unbelievable. Talk about success and talk about numbers. Next to him, the longtime vice chair, now still member of the school committee, Christopher Collins. And we saved one really to be separate because it should be separate, as much as he has done for public safety in the city of Springfield. The partner for our new police superintendent, the commissioner of the Springfield Fire Department, DJ Calvin. Unbelievable. We have 2 city councilors about to speak who are already making legend from their efforts and what they are doing. We have City Councilor Melvin Edwards, the Vice President of the Springfield City Council, and we have City Councilor LeVar Click-Bruce, the Chair of the Public Safety Committee. We'd like to ask you both to come up at the same time, but certainly to speak separately.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. First and foremost, I want to give honor to God, who's the head of my life. And this is a great occasion, and I'm actually choked up because he looks like me. And he has on a bow tie, as the mayor said, like me. We coordinated that. To the Honorable Mayor, to all my colleagues on the City Council, all the elected officials and clergy. Could not think of a better choice to lead our police department other than Superintendent Larry Akers. He is more than qualified. He has the right temperament. He is definitely experienced with over 40 years of experience. He's well respected not only by the police department, but also throughout the city of Springfield. And oh yes, it's not lost on me that he happens to be black. He's a role model, he's a trailblazer, and a person we can all be proud of. Yes. It is a privilege and honor to call him my friend. Now, as I get ready to take my seat, I'm reminded by something my mother used to tell me all the time. And she always used to tell me, you can be whatever you can be if you put your mind to it and you work hard. This is a testament of hard work and dedication. So Superintendent Larry Akers, salute to you, all in your wife and your family, all the men and women in blue. We are here. It's a new day in the city of Springfield, and we're looking forward to moving forward with the city. And Larry Akers, personal for you, I want to leave you with this. Continue to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And we know that your labor is never in vain. God bless you. Be steadfast.
Good morning. I too can get emotional, but I'm going to try to keep my composure this morning. Known this gentleman for a long time. It's a great honor for me to offer some words of congratulations and celebration to my childhood friend and our new superintendent. But first, allow me to address our outgoing colleague. Superintendent Clapprood, thank you for your many years of selfless service and dedication to the city of Springfield, to the members of our police department, and to the residents and our neighbors. You've earned all your accolades and comments of appreciation. Now, may you be blessed with a fruitful retirement filled with health, prosperity, and the freedom to do whatever makes you smile. Now, to our incoming superintendent, Larry Akers. I can only hope to add to the many kind words of congratulations and pride at this historic moment. We've known each other since elementary school. We grew up just 3 streets apart in what is known today as the Upper Hill neighborhood. And as we are only a few months apart in age, we can both acknowledge that we have known each other for most of our lives. Late last year, we met by chance in a parking lot in Chicopee, and at that time we discussed our approaching birthdays. I remember the conversation of interest in this position, and I remember saying how honored I would be to stand next to you in support of your appointment. I stand here now this morning thanking those of wisdom who saw in you and your many years of faithful service the value of allowing you to continue to serve our great city. To them I say thank you, and I applaud their choice. As you are formally sworn in today, I know you have not forgotten where we came from, nor the many childhood friends that are no longer with us. How proud they would be of both of us today. And likewise, I think of the little boys and girls and of our own grandchildren who now have the opportunity to see in you what is possible with hard work, determination, and dedication to service. As I've already said to you, I believe that God leads us where we're supposed to be if we are willing to listen and trust in Him. To the members of the Springfield Police Department, our fine public servants, I today respectfully ask that you will trust that Superintendent Akers will always have your back and that you will always have his. In your joint commitment to serving to the people of the city of Springfield. Finally, Larry, may God continue to bless you, your family, and the members of the department. You are now charged with leading. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this opportunity to stand before you today.
We have some very special guests now. I'm going to introduce them or mention them as a trio, and they are an incredible trio of law enforcement, but they'll each speak separately. I'll call them up. But first, let me say, here to offer greetings from the greater Springfield law enforcement community are three people who represent the best, the very, very, very best of law enforcement and compassionate public service. I introduced them as a group. We'll call them up individually. And right after, I will call on for remarks from the House of Representatives, Bud Williams. We're going to let these three folks go first, and then we're going to have Representative Williams come up for remarks from the Massachusetts House. So first, Sheriff Nick Kochi, who will be followed by retired Massachusetts State Police Detective Lieutenant Ronald Gibbons, followed by our newly retired Springfield Police Superintendent, Cheryl Clapper. Sheriff Kochi.
Thank you, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, Mayor Sarno. Today marks a pivotal moment in the history of the Springfield Police Department. Before I talk just briefly about Larry, I also want to congratulate and wish Cheryl the best in retirement. You have been a true leader of the men and women of the Springfield Police Department. You've been an advocate for the residents of the city of Springfield. And I consider you a very dear friend, and I wish you nothing but the best. As we gather to swear in Superintendent Lawrence Akers, not only does Superintendent Akers assume the reins of leadership, but he also etches his name in the archives of the City of Holmes as the first African American to hold this esteemed position. With over 38 years of dedicated service to Springfield, to the police department, Superintendent Akers embodies the values of commitment, integrity, and public service. His journey from a diligent patrol officer to now ascending to the role of superintendent reflects his unwavering dedication to the safety and well-being of our community. As the hub of Hamden County, Springfield serves as a beacon for the region's prosperity and progress. A safe Springfield is not just a local necessity, but it's a regional imperative. Superintendent Akers understands this reality and is firm in his commitment to ensuring the security and flourishing of this great city, thus benefiting the entire county. Throughout his distinguished career, Superintendent Akers has demonstrated exceptional leadership, spearheading innovative crime prevention strategies and fostering meaningful connections between law enforcement and the community we serve. His tireless efforts have earned him the respect and admiration of both his colleagues and the public. As we witness this historic moment, let us not only celebrate Superintendent Akers' appointment, but also recognize the significance of this milestone in our city's history. His leadership will undoubtedly inspire future generations, providing there is no limit to what anyone can achieve. I look forward to closely working with Superintendent Akers and anticipate a continued partnership between the Hamden County Sheriff's Office and the Springfield Police Department. Together we will strive with all of our local law enforcement partners to enhance public safety, strengthen community ties, and ensure a brighter future for all the residents of not just Springfield, but Hamden County. My last comment will simply be, Larry, from my predecessor when I took office, who was a dear friend of yours, Sheriff Michael Ash. When I stood in the office as he was walking out, handing me the keys to his little Taurus that we quickly changed out for a nice SUV. Right, Mayor? He said to me, he said, Nick, remember three things. Three things that have already been mentioned by the speakers before me. You go, they will be the key to your success in being approachable, humanistic, and successful. Every day, go to work with compassion for the people you work with and the people you serve. Every day you go to work, remember that level of professionalism that you must strive for and uphold with the people you work with and the people you serve. And lastly, respect. You have respect for your men and women under your charge, and respect for the men and women of this great city of Springfield. Compassion, professionalism, and respect. In there lies integrity and character, accountability. But when you show compassion to the people you encounter, respect in how you deal with them during that encounter, in professionalism, the entire encounter, the outcome will only be fruitful for everyone involved. You embody those three words, Superintendent. Please join me in congratulating Superintendent Larry Akers on a historic, well-deserved appointment. And again, Larry, I look forward to working with you to tackle the challenges that lie ahead. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Sheriff Cochee, our nationally recognized sheriff. Thank you. Now we'd like to hear from another legend of law enforcement, Detective Lieutenant Ronald Gibbons, Massachusetts State Police.
Good morning, distinguished guests. Superintendent, newly appointed Lawrence Akers, retired Superintendent, my friend, Cheryl Clapper, and the many dignitaries gathered here today. This is truly a proud and momentous day for the city of Springfield. We are here to honor a man that I and many of you also refer to as my brother as well as my friend, our newly appointed Police Superintendent, Larry Akers. When I think of Larry Akers, I flash back to the man I served with during my 5 years with the Springfield Police Department in the 1980s. At that time, we were both officers. I looked up to Larry as a seasoned officer, detective, and mentor. Even after I joined the Mass State Police, we continued to work closely on cases together with determination and integrity. When MGM opened the area's first casino in Springfield a few years back, it was no surprise that Larry Akers was chosen from a long list of qualified candidates and appointed as a commander from the Springfield Police, joining Brian Connors, Tim Babin, and myself as supervisors to lead in this new endeavor. Larry Akers was our right-hand man when it was time to select and appoint each specialized member assigned to the Gaming Enforcement Unit. Not only did he bring extensive knowledge, but also well-earned respect and the experience that would help carry this unit forward to achieve the success it has today. I learned a long time ago that Larry Akers is the man you want by your side. I feel blessed that he has been a colleague, a mentor, and a friend of mine for over 37 years. Wow, over 37 years. You know, in automobile terms, 20 years is technically considered a classic. And Larry Akers, you truly are a classic. Anyone who knows me well knows how much I appreciate classic cars. I've even had Larry Akers along with me a few times looking at classic cars. I took him along for companionship, but beyond that, I took him along because I valued his opinion. I want you to open your minds to this thought. Well cared for classic cars are shiny. They have lots of beautiful chrome that catches your eye. They look good. They sound good. And best of all, they increase in value over the years, sometimes to the point of being priceless. These cars come from a time we value as the good old days, the real deal era. The mechanics who work on these cars are special. They have institutional knowledge. They know how to work with their brains as well as their hands. When you drop off your problems to them, you trust they will diagnose the problem accurately, fix the problem, and you leave knowing the job will be done right. Now that is Larry Akers. He is that mechanic and a classic car all wrapped up in one. He is the total package. Larry Akers is that old school mechanic who has the inherent knowledge to diagnose issues, come up with solutions, resolve them, leaving everyone feeling the job was done well. And like a classic car, Larry Akers looks good. He sounds good. His value only increases with time, to the point that he is priceless. As I said, Larry Akers is the total package. I want you to open your minds once more to this additional point. When you get a new car, it has shine. It has appeal. You want to show it off to your family and friends. It has value. It has style. But most of all, it comes with a warranty. That is what you, the citizens of Springfield and surrounding towns, are getting here today. And for a long time to come, Larry Akers has that style and grace. Larry Akers has charisma. And most of all, Larry Akers gives you a warranty that he will be here for you, ready to go forward, no matter the time of the day or night. You don't need to start his motor. He's already running and ready to go. Larry Akers instills safety, security, confidence that a long road trip with your family, the residents of this great city. So I say to you, City of Springfield, sit down, buckle up, enjoy the ride. I promise the experience will be a memorable and awesome one. To my friend and brother, best of luck to you on this new journey. You are more than ready to take the wheel and drive us into a new era. Congratulations, Superintendent Larry Akers.
Superintendent Cheryl Clapper. Cheryl.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the kind words. Larry, I'll make this brief because I got to get back to doing nothing. And I kind of like it. I like this. 5 years ago, somebody had the confidence in me to handle this big undertaking, and I've been thanking him everywhere and every time I can because it turned out to be such a rewarding experience. I was so proud of everybody in the Springfield Police Department, the job they do, because I came from being a cadet, and I saw it every day. So I understand it, and I get it, and I was just so proud to lead them. And I thank you, Mayor, so much for the privilege and the honor for the last 5 years. Thank you. Larry, congratulations. I am proud of you. I have known you since you came on. I'm proud. I'm sure your family is proud of you. And even more, I know your father's proud of you. So congratulations. I don't think you need any advice. We've sat and we've talked. He's had time to come in the office and look at me and shake his head. And the last time we talked, he looked at me seriously